And the cost of goods sold is this right here. What you have in inventory is this from all of your purchases. The cost of goods sold is $15.05.
So do we have to find the cost of soil as well? Or do we just
No, we were just doing the unit inventory here. If you did a cost, it would be just what you're actually taking out.
Both the things Jess gonna say.
Okay, all right. Go ahead now, since that was so easy. Do the weighted average.
Slow down.
Weighted average. Go ahead and do V on that weighted average. And this is a case in which you've got, two different sales emails, so you're going to have a weighted average at 2 different points. So this will be a little bit more complicated. So this is still on exercise 6-3, the V that says weighted average. So we want to know on the weighted average, what is the ending inventory?
What do you say, 280?
2,820. Where does that come
Everybody got it already?
It comes from the ending inventory plus the cost of goods sold.
from? Was he just throwing numbers up here?
It's those 2 numbers right there. I know you did that, but that's how they do it. That's where that number comes from.
Okay, got one that's already got the weighted average. That's fast.
Can I ask you a
Am I
question?
just subtracting?
Where does $2,820 come from?
Where does this come from?
Yes.
This right here. If this is the ending inventory, all I have to do is take the ending inventory from the purchases. This right here is the purchases plus the beginning, and that will give me cost of goods sold. So all they've done here is just gone through and add up all of the purchases in the beginning, and then subtract the ending from it. So notice in your textbook, or look at the top of page 258, under units acquired at cost, see 2820 there?
Yeah.
So if you go ahead and you take what you have in the ending inventory, in the beginning inventory, plus those purchases, then if you take off what you sold, that will give you, you take off your ending inventory, that will give you what you had to sell. Just like we were saying on the textbooks thing, I brought in so many textbooks here, and then I had 2 left over, just take 2 from that, and that would tell me how many I sold. And that's all they're doing, for this. Just taking, this is what I have available to sell. I have counted 1315, so I must have sold 15.
And that 1,350 is coming from?
1350 is coming from the ending inventory. We're saying 955, 80 this, and 55 this.
Why are we producing? My shirt's green enough for this.
As I said, now weight is going to be a little bit more complicated. Usually this is definitely the easiest. All you have to do is look and see what the cost was when you purchased it. For the others, you got to do some calculations.
Calculation.
Anybody else have weighted? Weighted average?
Oh, I see.
Hey, you want to be our shooter? Because obviously we pay attention to the entire class.
Are we done?
What's my name again?
150.
How do you do that?
With the.
Thomas and Edwin.
For some reason I wanted to go with the name of the guy from Lucky Charms, but I don't remember his name.
He's magically delicious, that's all I know.
Who's those squishies?
Lucky.
Did you do it at all?
Yeah.
No,
He's magically delicious. His name is John Doe.
Really?
His wife's name is Jane.
Jane Doe. Sounds like it's like John Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I'm not going to say anything else in English anymore to the class.
You just did.
No habla inglés.
Taco.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
I'm Mexican.
Look up Shiesty.
Anybody
I feel like look up
else?
English for you.
See.
Y'all guys back
I
in?
want to hear that.
How much is it?
So now we wanna go up here.
We lost you at
You lost?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm lost. I gave
All
up.
right, let's look
Hold on,
at
should we
weighted.
start it?
I'm gonna put this up so y'all can see it because this is a little bit, more difficult. When you're looking at
Can you scroll
this,
up? Can you scroll up a little bit more?
no. And the reason I say no is because LIFO is next. And I have to do that.
I can't see the bottom.
I'll go ahead and scroll up. We can do the LIFO still.
Well, it's just,
So we'll show you how that works.
we just couldn't see so our heads have
Now on this,
Shush.
on the weighted, remember every time that you sell something, you have to get a new weighted average. So they started off with 150 at $7. And when they sell 90 of them, it's naturally going to be at 7 because that's the only thing they've got anyway. So you would sell 90. So what you have left over in your inventory, 90 from 150, you got 60 left at $7. So at that stage, ending inventory is 420. So now you purchase 220 more. When they purchase 220 more, do these extensions across and it is 1740. If they take the 1740 and divide it by 280, and when I'm going through this, if you don't follow it, please holler, because a lot of times there's so many figures here, it's hard to follow.
I don't follow it.
All right, what stage did you get lost?
The second one.
All right, this right here,
On the floor.
is this way long? Okay, all right.
On the computer.
What you're doing, you see the 60 that was left over. Everybody okay on that? Now, when they purchased
You didn't put it in
220,
mine, that's it.
that's saying that back inventory, I had the 60 number, because I haven't sold any, and I've got 220. I haven't sold any at this stage. You okay now?
I know.
Okay.
I need a new one.
So,
Tonight.
when you extend these over, the balance is 1740. And I need to get an average cost here because I'm gonna sell 145 of those 280. So to get the average, just divide 280 units into 1740. So the average is 6.214. Should be somewhere between this. So when I sell 145, I'm gonna sell it at this average cost. Take this times this, so what I actually have left, if I've taken 145 off of the 280, I've got 135 left, and it's always gonna be at the average that you computed here. But you've made all this at that average. So at this stage, I've got 135 at 6.214, or $839. Then, I go in and I purchase 90 more. So I'm gonna add that to this. I already had this, add the 90 at $5. Now, even though they do an average here, you wouldn't need to do an average because you're not selling anything. But if you're gonna do the average like they've got that, just extend this, 1289, this right here is 5 with 12, 1, 2, 25, something like that, into that average cost 5.729. So the inventory balance at this stage is really this right here. So you wouldn't need this unless you were coming in on the 31st or something, sell something. So you should have 1289. Everybody see that? 1289? So only time you get an average is when you're going to sell. So right here, you're going to sell 90. So you have to know what the average was. You put in some more here. You sold 145. You got to know what's the average in the inventory. And then just keep those in on. This is what is left over. And then add this to it. Add extend these across, and that's the inventory. All right, since we got this up here, let's go ahead and go with you
I'm trying to get her
on the FIFO. You understand what we're doing? I'll just put these up so you can see them. Okay, now on the FIFO, remember we're using really the same thing here, the 150 at 7. We sold 90, so that's still gonna come out at $7. So we have this in inventory. We go ahead and we buy 220. So now we've got 60 at 7, we got 220 at $6. So when we get ready to actually, sell these things,